What's up, guys? This is 2Bucks. If you've been watching my videos for a while, even just 3 or 4 of my videos, you'll probably have noticed that in most of them I try to help you guys out in real life or in Call of Duty, and maybe perhaps make you chuckle every now and then at my retardedness. And in this video, I'm hoping to at least do the first two things by providing you guys a top tip about mental strength. Mental strength and toughness is something that really isn't taught that much in our education system, and by ours I mean like Western education, at least in the United States. I don't think it's taught enough. A lot of kids are sent out into the world with very weak minds and cannot handle great deals of pressure, maintain focus in these pressure situations, or be really clutch at the right times. Which basically brings me to define the type of mental strength I'm talking about. Basically, the ability to focus consistently, to be able to make good decisions quickly in clutch situations, and to not completely lose focus when something goes wrong. So you can probably start to see how I'm going to relate this to how to improve your Black Ops gameplay, as well as how to improve your real life gameplay. Now, this commentary of mine was inspired when I asked myself a question. Basically, like, why am I not good at Black Ops? This was when I used to really suck at Black Ops. I'm slightly better now, but still not an amazing player. But I noticed that I was a very inconsistent player. Sometimes I would have really good streaks, even getting 20 kills in a row, and other times I would be going negative 20 in a game. Maybe not that bad, but getting close to there. And I realized that the reason that I was so inconsistent was because of my lack of mental strength. I would also notice that in the beginning of games, I always started out really well. Like, I can start out at least half my games right off the bat with at least a 7 kill streak. And other times towards the middle of my games, if my KD starts dropping really low, I can start saying, alright, you gotta pick yourself up, and I'll bring that KD up. So I concluded that the reason that I wasn't good was because I was not able to stay focused throughout the whole game. I got discouraged very easily. Right after like my first death or something, I'll just stop thinking and just rush in and act stupidly. And due to my lack of focus, I was unable to make good decisions throughout the game. Now, right now I'm just talking about Black Ops gameplay. So if you're someone that's like, I don't want to think when I'm playing Black Ops, I just want to have fun, well, that's fine. You can also apply these tips to real life, which I'm going to do slightly later in the video. So after thinking about this, I came to the conclusion that I am as good as a player as when I am playing my best, which means that the times when I'm playing my absolute best, that is really how good I am at Black Ops. All the other times that I'm not doing as well as that, I'm not doing as well because of my lack of focus and my lack of mental strength. So then logically I concluded that if I did think more during a game, I can easily elevate my gameplay without, learning any other things like how to aim better, map knowledge, or anything like that. So immediately I got very excited. I started jumping into games, and I started trying to think for the whole game and trying to keep focused the whole game, and I realized that that was actually pretty hard to get into right off the bat. I mean, it's very hard to go from a player who doesn't really even think at all during a game to a player that tries to think the entire game. And usually after about 2 or 3 games, I would just completely forget about what I'm doing and start going negative 10 again. So I developed a way to start working myself into it. I knew that every time at the beginning of a game, I would be very focused because I'd be like, alright, here we go, getting a 9 kill streak, chopper gunner right here. So in the beginning of games, I was fine. At the end of games, I was also fine because that's the time I'm checking my KD, I'm like, alright, I really got to bring this up. That's the time I'm also very focused. So it's really in the middle of games where I'm starting to lose focus and not think at all. So I did something very simple. I set a mental landmark for myself, for lack of a better word. In Domination, which I usually play, I said that at 100 points, no matter what team reaches it first, I'm going to pretend like it's the beginning of a new game. This became a mental cue for myself, and I got into the habit of every time I saw that the score reached 100, I'd be like, alright, gotta start focusing again. And eventually, I added more milestones. I said every 50 points, I'm going to reset my brain, forget about all the stupid deaths I had, and pretend like it's a new game. And eventually, I was able to start focusing the entire game without any breaks in between. Obviously, I'm not telling you guys to go into every game in Black Ops and just go full-on tryhard mode. In fact, people who are really good at Black Ops think and have mental focus and are able to recover from stupid deaths without really even trying at all. It's something that once you get used to it, you don't even think that you're putting that much of an effort into it. Another thing I would do is sometimes in the middle of games, I would just stop playing for about 10 seconds and take myself out of the game for a while. Doing this really lets you regain some brain power, helps you get out of a situation that you don't want to be in. What I mean by that is, if someone has been killing you many, many times over and over again, your mindset is going to be, I have to find this person and I have to kill them. And you're kind of stuck in that mindset until you pull yourself out of it and realize, wow, that's really stupid. I need to stop doing that. And that's what something like a 10-second break can do for you. And this has really helped me become a much better player. I can now go many games in a row without going negative. Now, 20,000 people just collectively laughed at me for being suckish, but my KD is actually getting pretty good. It's getting close to 2. And when I first started playing Black Ops, it was only like 1.3. So this is something that can be life-changing in the Black Ops world. And I'm sure many of you have figured out right now how this can apply to real life, but I'll just give you some examples. In sports, this is a very important skill to have, everything I've discussed. Take basketball, for example. If a rookie basketball player misses a dunk or misses a key shot and causes his team to lose, something like that could haunt him for a whole week or even the whole season. And for the whole season, he wouldn't be able to concentrate during games because he'll be thinking about that. Meanwhile, one of the all-time greats, like Michael Jordan, his coaches always said that Jordan could just take a 2-minute break, sit on the bench, and immediately come back into the game as if he was just starting the game. So if you truly want to be great at something, mental focus is definitely an important skill to have. And even if you're doing other things like performing a piece of music where things are going really fast and you have to keep yourself focused even if you make mistakes. Sometimes you're going to be taking a test and you're going to feel like you got 5 questions wrong in a row and you feel like you're in despair. Taking yourself out of that for a moment and, preparing yourself to get back into it can even improve your test scores. I just made you a smarter person. You can even apply this to things that you couldn't even think you apply this to, like masturbation, having sex, driving a car while having sex, driving a car while masturbating, playing an instrument while masturbating, combine these things, delivering babies. Who knows, you might have to do that. You don't want to drop a baby, do you? So basically in this video, I just taught you how to improve your Black Ops gameplay, improve your real life gameplay in things such as improving your test scores, improving your driving skills, and giving you a much better sex life. So clearly this was the greatest video of all time, but not really at all. But I hope it helped, and thumbs up if you liked it. And of course, if you want to see more of me, check out my channel, CODOPS 24/7. We got a lot of cool stuff on there like life stories and emblem videos, so link to that is in the description, and I'll see y'all later.